On the left-hand side corner of the ring is a man who never throws in his towel, the heavyweight champion Amitabh Bachchan. And of course he appears in a cameo in Baz Luhrmann's The Great Gatsby. Scott Fitzgerald is very, very happy about that. Now Shilpa Ratnam, our correspondent, caught up with the Big B and of course spoke to him about what he's going to do in the French Riviera, and his movie actually opens the prestigious Cannes Film Festival. Here are the details about Amitabh Bachchan's Can story.
Who is this Gatsby?
Do you know him?
War hero.
Mr. Gatsby doesn't exist.
Gatsby? What Gatsby?
So to start off with, Baz Luhrmann is admittedly a fan of and famously inspired by Hindi cinema. Did you notice these influences while working with him?
No, not really. I was actually quite surprised that he thought of me in this film, and I'd met him very casually during one of his private visits to India, and then suddenly he called me a couple of years ago and said, you know, I want you to do this this small little cameo. So I was very surprised, but apparently he has a great love for India. When I went to visit him in Sydney at his house, he has a huge Ganesh Ganpati at his entrance, and which is rather surprising, and he has a great fondness for the country.
Right, and whenever Indians are cast in foreign films, it's usually in the role of an Indian or an Asian, but Baz saw you as a Jewish don. So did it require any extra effort on your part?
Well, firstly, there was a huge amount of surprise because, you know, I felt that you know, why would I and how would I actually fit into this role, and why did he consider me? But it's a question that still remains with me. He hasn't been able to convince me by the answer that he gave. And yes, there were certain preparations as far as the look and the accent was concerned, and he did put me through an accent director, a dialogue director, and we worked on that. And finally, what you will see will be a result of that process.
When I made the pleasure of Mr. Gatsby's acquaintance, I discovered a man of fine breeding.
Very interesting. Everything all right?
Yes.
Your scene is with Leonardo DiCaprio. Are young actors in Hollywood any different from their Bollywood counterparts, or are they all just the same?
I think that we're all the same. I didn't find anything temperamentally different in Leonardo DiCaprio or Tobey Maguire. They're huge, huge stars of the universe, but they're very normal, very lovely human beings, very friendly, very warm, very cooperative, and most importantly, concerned about the film, the product, what they're doing, and making suggestions, giving ideas. Leonardo gave an idea to Luhrmann even after we had finished my scene, and said, you know, I think in the book Mayor Wolfsheim said this, which was rather interesting, I thought, and why haven't we got it in the screenplay? And Baz reconsidered it, and we actually incorporated that. So for him to think about another artist's dialogue, which should have been there, just shows that they're not so concerned about their own stardom or anything like that. They're more concerned about the product and whether it comes through. And if I was to do a close-up, he would sit opposite and, you know, say his lines, even though he's not in the frame. Something that, you know, most of the actors don't do.
So the film is premiering at Cannes this year. This year it's all about Indian cinema at the French Riviera. What are you looking forward to most? A lot of others are going. Vidya Balan's on the jury, headed by Steven Spielberg. You have a Cannes regular at home.
Yes, Aishwarya was on the jury once, and she's been to Cannes several times. But yes, celebrating 100 years, and for Cannes to be able to recognize that and almost give it the recognition and status at a festival which is so huge is very admirable. And I'm very happy to be, well, part of the film industry, of course, but yes, the opening film for Cannes this year is going to be Gatsby, though the premiere is on the 1st of May and in New York.
Pleasure talking to you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Bachchan.
Thank you so much.